Mission Impossible 3 is directed by J.J. Abrams and stars Tom Cruise. And yes, guys, I'm back from my holiday. And this is the third Mission Impossible film in the franchise. This was released in 2006. And yes, guys, for those who don't know, since that Mission Impossible Fallout is coming out, this is I thought this was the perfect time to. I thought I'd review the 5 Mission Impossible movies leading up to Fallout. I've reviewed Mission Impossible 1 and 2. If you want to check them out, they're on my channel currently. I recommend checking out those first, then come back here. Yeah, guys, I'm back from my holiday, which I'll talk about later. But yes, Mission Impossible 3. This will contain some spoilers, like the other 2 reviews. You've been warned. So let's get on with this review. And hope you enjoy my series, guys, of Mission Impossible. Okay. So Tom Cruise is basically having a relationship with Julie, who's getting married soon. So this is kind of like On Her Majesty's Secret Service. You know, that Bond film with George Lazenby. Yeah, I'm looking at my poster up there. And this is the film where the Mission Impossible series really started to get back into gear after the second one, where Ethan Hunt was trying to be a James Bond character and do some slow-mo shots with John Woo. This is a great movie, guys. Mission Impossible 3 is awesome. This really does bring back some to some goodness. This is like the first really, really good Mission Impossible film in the franchise to me. Well, Mission Impossible 1 was good. It was very good. I mean, really's better than very, if you don't know what I mean, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, whatever. Anyways, but this here really started to get into gear. This is the first time we get to see Simon Pegg, who I really like. He's one of my favourite British actors, who's also been in the Cornetto trilogy and the Star Trek rebooted series. And he's really good in this movie. It's great to see him. We'll talk about him later in a little bit. But yeah, and Tom Cruise is great in this movie. First of all, the action sequences with him are great. There's an action sequence where he's wearing this jacket and then he has a sniper gun. He's like in front of these vehicles. It's like on this bridge, which is awesome. And who doesn't love that scene? My favourite scene in this movie by far is when he's just like running across the hall against all these people. He's doing a job for Benji. He's just like sprinting, which is awesome. I mean, who doesn't like Tom Cruise running? It's awesome. Come on. Anyways, yes, and V. Hames is back again. He's a great Mission Impossible character as always. In the second one, he wasn't as good as he was before, but he was still pretty good. But he really started to got great in this movie. Yeah, V. Hames is really good in this movie as Luther. Yep. And then Maggie G, if that's her name, she's in this movie, who I believe was in Live Free or Die Hard. Yeah, the 4th Die Hard movie. Thank you, Skyscraper, for ripping off it. Whatever that movie's called with Dwayne Johnson. Yeah, this is Mission Impossible. Anyways, and Philip Seymour Hoffman as yeah, let me look up the villain, who is by far the best villain in the whole series. By far. Philip Seymour Hoffman was so good in this movie. Let me just get him right now. The scenes he was in was very good. Owen Daven, yes, that's the name of the villain. Like, he's like the only rememberable villain of this movie. This is the third Mission Impossible film, and they finally got a good villain to this franchise. The other villains were okay in the first ones, but those villains weren't really needed. But Philip Seymour Hoffman brought it. Rest in peace. He was so good in this movie. What a great villain he was. Every scene he's in is great. Great. Best Mission Impossible villain, definitely. And yeah, this is filmed in China. This is the first Mission Impossible film, I believe, was filmed in China, Shanghai. Yep, and yeah, guys, this is a great movie. But the only two cons I have with this movie, they're pretty minor cons, but yeah. There isn't really enough character build-up to some of the characters in this movie. It would have been nice, despite how Philip Seymour Hoffman is the best villain in this, plays the best villain in this whole series. There could have been enough build on his character, but he's great still, none of the less. And there are some way too many close-ups. J.J. Abrams was known for his TV shows for close-ups. I mean, this is probably the Mission Impossible film known for close-ups, but it's not a bad thing, I guess, because those cons because the positives outweigh the negatives. So overall, guys, Mission Impossible 3 is a big step back to the Mission Impossible series. Tom Cruise is great once again. That running sequence is amazing. Probably the best scene in the movie. I mean, if he's... Oh yeah, by the way, 2 years before Collateral, directed by Michael Mann, which is an extremely good action film with Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx. I highly recommend that. Anyways, Tom Cruise is great in this movie. Love the run scene. V. Haynes is great. Simon Pegg, great for the first time as Benji. Philip Seymour Hoffman is great as the best villain in the series. And the action sequences are very good. So yeah, if people say to me, we're watching this, I'll be like, okay, hell yeah, let's watch Mission Impossible 3. Because this is a great movie. So yeah, and as I would give it, I am going to give Mission Impossible 3 a 9 out of 10. Very good Mission Impossible film. Alrighty guys, that was my review on Mission Impossible 3. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of Mission Impossible 3. Let me know below. To me, it's my favourite of the original Mission Impossible trilogy. It's great that it combines some old and new Mission Impossible, which is pretty cool. And yes, guys, I am back from my holiday. I'm back from Suffolk. I enjoyed my holiday, if you're asking. It was a very good holiday, just to give you an update. I've been to Ipswich, which is a pretty small city in England. But yeah, it was good to go there. Been to Essex as well to visit my family. Yeah, I had a pretty good family. I have some other holidays coming up, but it's not going to be as long as this holiday, I don't think. So, yeah. But I enjoyed my holiday, guys, and I'm back now, so yeah. and stay tuned for my review and look forward to my review on Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, which I cannot wait to talk about, which will hopefully be up very soon before Fallout comes out, along with Rogue Nation. So look forward to my review on Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. As always, if you're new to my channel, like, comment and subscribe. All my social media links are in the description below. I'm on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, follow me in all of those. Don't forget to click on the notification bell before you leave. And as always, until my next video, I will see you guys next time, and peace.